Okay, we're here, boys and girls, and episode 3 of season 2 of The Last of Us is called The Path. And yeah, let's see how life without Joel is gonna be, right? Okay, now we have previously on The Last of Us. Well, let's see. We have this bitch Abby. We don't kill people that can't defend themselves. Yeah, bullshit. Okay, and of course our good old town here. They have a big zombie fight. Yep, pretty cool. I saved your life, kid. She doesn't care because she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo. Oh, Joel, get up, Joel. Ellie's like, Joel, don't worry. You're all going to die. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill every single one of you. Yeah, that should be important. And all right. So now we get to the aftermath. And boy, there was a lot of freaking bodies out there. A lot of bodies. And probably stinks like all hell, burning flesh and corpses. And, but this place does have an infirmary. And obviously they took some casualties. We have this random girl right here. But we see this mysterious watch. Like, this watch, who could it be?
It's pretty obvious.
In comes Tommy. Tommy, yeah, he sits down. Tommy recognizes that watch, and I will give credit, as I always say. And I know for episode 2, I kept saying give him credit, but I was trying to be pretty nice about it. Gabriel Luna, great acting because this is Joel, and that watch came from Joel's daughter, Sarah, in the first game and first season. But they don't show Joel's face, and just Tommy. He's wiping it down and he's crying. His brother's dead. Give Sarah my love. And right there, I was like, oh, God.
Gay!
Now, Ellie, of course, she survived. I'm assuming right there, probably some fluid in her ribs and broken ribs, and she's gasping. And don't worry, Ellie, we can give you something. And she wakes up and just, she's screaming. It's kind of weird and a little bit overacting, but she remembers, just watching Abby stab Joel and okay, but they give her something, they knock her the fuck out, and she's screaming.
Why? Why do they overact?
Anyway, the opening, Gabriel Luna, Bella Ramsey, no Pedro Pascal anymore. The Last of Us. Here we go. All right, so as you can imagine, the town and the gate, they got some recovering to do. They got to make some repairs, and a lot of shit happened. Everybody's out there doing what they got to do. Now we have 3 months later.
90 days.
Yes, sir, 90 days.
Well, Ellie, she's back, and how's your pain tolerance? How do you feel? Nothing, 0. You're assuming she's been healing for these past few months. Broken ribs can take anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months, so especially in a zombie apocalypse where food isn't the best and resources, it's plausible. Also, that thing, boy, the blowing breathalyzer, I have pretty good lungs, and those things sometimes get me winded. You're like, and blowing into it. But of course, oh, for fuck's sakes, and boy, Ellie, she is just always dropping them damn F-bombs.
Fuck.
Gail pops him, and just the whole, how do you feel? What's going on? Yeah, I miss him. He did mean a lot to me, but of course, what about New Year's Eve? Yeah, remember New Year's Eve, Ellie, when the entire town saw you treating Joel like shit for some unknown reason? For some unknown reason, you're pissed off at Joel. We don't know why, but she is, and maybe, we'll get to it one day, right? And 2, again, to their credit, the writers, your last moment with a person doesn't define your whole time with them. And she is right. And I'm like, well, that's that old cliche, the old saying of like, don't go to bed angry because.
Don't go to bed angry.
Yeah, she was pissed off at Joel, but she really did love him and care about him. All right. Joel said that he wronged you. I rewatched episode 1, at least the part with Gail and Joel. He really didn't say he wronged her.
She's lying.
What did he do? What did he say? He said that I saved her because he did. All right. Well, he saved me a lot of times. Yeah, but let's see. Weed and booze, and they're just laughing. And she walks away and just had to save that screenshot right there.
She's a handsome woman.
Trying my best not to keep cracking on this girl's looks because it's a joke, but it does get kind of stale after a while. Now, we get to Joel's house. It's been a good 90 days, and just, hey, flowers and memorandum and people writing notes, and Joel meant a lot to his community. He was a good old boy. Joel was a good guy. Abby, you psycho bitch.
Cunt.
Well, of course, Ellie, what does she do? Comes back into Joel's his house, and just looks around and going through his things. And of course, the watching. Boy, this damn watching. It's a heartfelt moment because the music's playing and you feel upset. Also, there's Joel's gun. The gun that he had before Abby stabbed him in his fucking neck. The gun that, don't worry, Ellie, whenever she gets to Abby, she's going to kill Abby with that gun. I'm so certain of it. I can't wait.
He's being sarcastic.
This scene right here was not in the game, but I was happy to see Bella Ramsey showing some emotion, and boy, this kind of hit me hard since my own father passed away, and everybody's been there where you have your dad's clothing and his shirts and his, that whole dad smell. And she just goes up to the sleeve and she's just crying. And man, that hit me in the feels. I'm not going to lie. It was cool seeing Bella Ramsey and just this side of Ellie that we missed. This was a side of Ellie that people liked from season 1 in the first game, not this super sarcastic, evil bitch that Joel was experiencing and us as an audience in the second game and so far in season 2. And of course, fuck, more F-bombs. Dina shows up and Dina basically says that, hey, listen, I have a peace offering. I baked you some cookies. All right, cool. Cookies. Also, wanted to thank you because you kept stopping by and you were getting closer to Joel. But what's up with these cookies? What's going on? I'm about to piss you off, little girl. And she basically lied to her. Uh-oh, you liar. And she says that I told you a couple months ago that I didn't know who these people were. Well, I kind of overheard their names. I seen that they have patches that says WLF Wolf on it. But she didn't want to tell her because she's like, I knew right there you would have jumped up and you would have been all sick and injured and you would have ran out there and tried to get in Joel's killers and revenge. It wouldn't have turned out well. And she's right because it wouldn't have turned out well. The girl was, pretty fucked up and never rush out into revenge and anger. But I mean, we all would have been there, done that. Say you would have stabbed my father. You would have had multiple gunshot wounds on me. It wouldn't have stopped me. I would have fucking found these people. So Dina, she was right.
She's right.
What does Ellie and Dina do? Talking to Tommy. And Tommy's like, listen, I got to think about this because the town is still recovering. It's been, 90 days since the last zombie encounter, but they lost a lot of people. I can't just grab a posse and send out like 20 people to go get revenge on Joel. And Ellie's getting pissed off saying, well, if it was you, Joe would have been halfway to Seattle. But Tommy's like, listen, the bottom line is no, he wouldn't have. And I do like this part where Tommy's like, listen, kid, I know you spent a couple years with the guy and he's like a surrogate father, but I've known this man my entire fucking life. He was my brother. Joel had a lot of demons and a lot of guilt. This guilt would make him just paralyzed sometimes. He would get upset about shit. He would feel things. Damn sure after losing Sarah. But don't pretend for a second that you know my brother more than me. I knew how he was. He wouldn't have been that quick for revenge.
Revenge guac.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do this stuff, but we have to do a city council and talk to Maria. And I'm like, yeah, Maria, she's been so great to Tommy so far, right? So supportive and not emasculating Tommy, not treating her husband like shit.
She is a bitch.
Well, he did say that we buried our dead 10 miles south of town. If you want to see Joel, go visit him, because obviously she hasn't visited him yet. But now we'll do that when we leave. Okay. And of course, they're going to Seattle. Now, this part is, I would say, more filler, but we're getting these refugees here. A lot of people have this poor little girl. She has this the smile, and I'm not sure where this is coming from right now, but it reminds me of Chibs from Sons of Anarchy. And these people have that weird scar in their face, and they're talking about this prophet. And prophet's eternal. The prophet died. I won't ruin too much right now, but it's weird seeing these guys already in episode 3. So I'm not sure what's happening. They all hide. They're all like, wolves are coming.
You're all going to die.
Now Bella, what's she doing? Training with Jesse, and of course she's complaining like, oh, I can't hit that hard on my side because it hurts. And yeah, it's kind of the point, because you want to go after this big revenge tale against Abby. Well, if you're not training, if you're not up to par, if you're not at full capacity, how do you plan on taking out Abby if you can't even fucking beat up a punching bag? All right, so they're training. Yeah, fuck you, because that's what she always says.
Wow, little lady's got a potty mouth.
Also now, apparently Jesse is on the town meeting, and I can count on your support, right? And he goes, I can't really talk to you about it, kid. I can't talk about upcoming votes. And he basically tells her that, Ellie, you speak too damn fast. I can relate. Also, you speak without thinking. I can relate. He's like, write down your thoughts, because you just don't talk out of anger, because they're going to pick up on that and you want to get these people support. This entire scene, watching it again, takes place about 10 minutes, and boy, does it fucking drag. Someone talking about corn, and like, listen, dude, we have to have this big vote, because this big thing with this hunting party to go get Abby and get revenge for Joel. Whatever. This guy's like, don't really know too much, and all right, whole town's right here. And I don't have an opinion. Okay, then sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up.
Shut your mouth.
Random girl here says, hey, listen, Joel meant a lot to us. A lot of people have family, and the bottom line is, you want to send 16 people? We don't have the resources or the manpower. And she's probably not wrong, because in case another raider attack comes or another whatever, 10,000 zombie army comes at us, we don't have the fucking manpower.
We have to conserve all the manpower we can.
This other guy right here, he says that we don't want to have vengeance, forgiveness, and saying you're sorry. And Ellie's like, oh God, just whatever, dude. It's like, no grudges, forgiveness bullshit. That's what makes us better than the Raiders. No, it doesn't. And of all people, Seth. Seth gets up and Seth just like, Seth, he whips it out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
And he says what Ellie's thinking, that, man, you guys are all fucking cowards. And Maria's like, no, calm down, Seth. He's like, no, I'm not calming down. I'm going to say my fucking piece. You guys are all cowards. These people came into our home. They came into our house. They killed one of ours.
They came into your house.
Somebody shoot your brother. You want to take the locks off your doors? Like, tell him, Seth. I mean, probably the best acting in the whole fucking episode. But he also says that, bottom line is, if we don't do something now, they'll keep coming back and coming back. All right. And of course, the big moment everybody's waiting for. Ellie writes down her thoughts. And boy, I watch this again, trying my best to support Bella Ramsey. I don't know. It just felt very, very wooden. Like, hi everybody, this is me, Ellie, and I'm asking us to risk resources and blah blah blah. And Jill died, and it's very stiff and wooden. And usually she's a better actor than this, but something was off.
Was it mediocre acting?
I don't care about revenge. I care about justice.
I want justice.
And now we have to wait on the town vote. The town vote's got to sit here. I mean, again, I'm trying to paraphrase, but a very fucking long speech. Potluck New Year's Eve and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Of course, I'll accept whatever the council decides. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Not for me, not even for Joel. All of us. Okay, here we go. And, okay, they hand out the papers, and of course, it's not a big surprise. And no, yes, no. Bottom line is 8-3, rejected.
Rejected.
And of course, Seth is like, man, he's fucking pissed off. This scene right here, we have Gail out there getting drunk watching baseball. I admit, pretty American. Tommy sits down. He's like, hey, what's going on? She's like, man, it's been pretty hard on me. I'm getting overwhelmed with clients, and I'm just smoking a lot of weed, and I'm an alcoholic. Probably not the best therapist, but it is what it is. Her and Tommy have a big discussion. Basically, she's saying that Ellie was not basically raised by Joel in a sense. Like, she wasn't groomed, if that's the right word you want to use, but Joel was not taking Ellie and turning her into something that she already wasn't. And that's what Tommy's worried about. Tommy's like, damn, did Joel turn her into something? Is she going to follow down the same path as Joel? She says, no. The thing with Joel and Ellie is that they were so much alike. They were just, walking parallel on the same path. And also, she's a liar. She's a liar.
Liar!
It's a scene that, I don't know, just could have been shaved down. Simple as that. But she does say that, there's nature and nurture. Ellie, that's her nature.
She's like a villain.
Also, some people just can't be saved, and she's not wrong. So what is Ellie doing? Getting some guns. She's preparing. So look right here. She has guns, rifles, a little bit of rope, couple canned goods, plenty of shotgun shells, things like that.
But wait!
Dina shows up, and she's like, listen, I know where you're going. What's your plan? I'm just going to kill him dead. Go to Seattle and kill Abby. But of course, Dina's like, well, you freaking moron. All the guns, right? You have no medical supplies. I did watch another reviewer talk about this. I forgot who it was because it's kind of over the place. But some people would say that this is a pretty stupid move by Ellie because you spent how much time with Joel? 6 or 8 months in the first game, traveling half the damn country to get to the Fireflies. And you know what it's like when you're going traveling, right? She's going to Seattle. You would pack medical supplies and different munitions and things like that. You're not just packing guns and a couple cans of beans and going to kill Abby. You need to actually prepare for this shit. You need to be packing more tents and blankets and things like that. It's pretty fucking simple.
Well, it's really pretty simple.
Dina's actually more prepared than she is, has a map, and she has a clear-cut path, and here we go. Is that Joel's gun? Yes, this is Joel's gun. This is Joel's 6-shooter. I'm definitely going to kill Abby when I see her with Joel's 6-shooter.
Sarcasm? Is that sarcasm?
Also, boots. You need boots, kid. You're not going on this big cross-country trek wearing fucking Converse sneakers. It's pretty stupid. Anyway. So I'll meet you out at the old East Gate at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're ready to go. Who shows up? Seth. And Seth has, listen, I'll trade. Because my rifle's better, way better than yours. And Ellie, and he also says that I would go with you, but, I was, I had some accidental damage during the zombie raid. And, of course, Ellie's being a bitch, like, man, it was accidental. It's like, Ellie, just What a
Cunt. You're a cunt.
listen. I mean, it's been 3 months since Joel died, and holy shit, friggin'. I mean, this guy got fucking drunk and said the word dyke one fucking time. Right now, this guy's helping you, giving you fucking advice. He's handing you a better weapon. Just for Christ's sakes, just stop being such a freaking bitch. He goes to shake her hand. Come on, be a man. We got more important shit to worry about. There's more stuff going on. Finally, she reluctantly shakes his hand. All right, okay, cool. Dear God. Nice wide shot. And, Ellie, as she said to Tommy, she wants to visit Joel.
Pay my respects.
She pours some coffee beans on his on the dirt because Joel, he liked coffee. Joel's a big coffee drinker. All right, there we go. And she cries, and she's just, you can't imagine what Ellie's thinking. There's no inner monologue, but saying her goodbyes to Joel as she goes on this adventure. And we have a montage.
Even Rocky had a montage.
More montage, wide shot, more montage, wide shot. Excellent wide shots. It's like watching wide shot the episode. And I will always say that the show does look visually stunning. Great shots right here. And they're just trekking. This goes on for a long time.
I'm so bored.
Dina wants to know more about Ellie and the first time she killed somebody, and she doesn't want to talk about it. And she just says it was a person that she killed.
You tried to rape me.
And that's it, pretty much. Now they get to sleep in, and it starts raining. They're inside of a tent, and yeah, they have this whole hey, remember that kiss during New Year's Eve? Well, Ellie, you're gay. I'm not. I'm just curious. Also, I'm back with Jesse. How was it? Out of 1 to 10, tell me about New Year's Eve. Whatever, you were super high, didn't count, but you were kind of drunk. No, it wasn't. How would you rate it? This scene, I checked it again. This scene is 3 minutes long, and it feels like it's 30 minutes long. I don't know why I just was not feeling it at all. Fine, you get a 6, 1 out of 6. Fuck you, and okay, go back to Jesse. Already did. I wasn't that high. Whatever. Okay, so we have the Seattle Trail. They're on their horse. And what happens? As Ellie's checking some stuff right here, the bagels and supplies, Dina hops up the horse, and Dina, out of nowhere, starts puking. Just like, whoop. And for some reason, also we see this new symbol about this new faction we're going to find out later on in the season. Also different calibers. There was a firefight.
There was a firefight!
And boy, there's a lot of dead bodies here. And that poor little girl, she had to get it. And damn. But you can imagine perhaps the smell made Dina throw up. But trust me, it wasn't the smell. It was something else.
Pregnant.
Was this the wolves? Was this the WLF? Also, could have been Abby that killed these people. And they're not sure. But okay, if this was fucking them, Ellie's like, damn, they're killing kids and shit. Ugh. But they don't know that. So on the horse again, more and more. Look, it's quiet. Yeah, too quiet. But Seattle is only 9 miles away. All right, cool. They're getting there on the little trek, and look, fucking Seattle.
We finally made it.
Not a bad shot, though, as a premise. Lots of moss growing. It's been 25 years since the outbreak. But yeah, better area. No one's trying to shoot at us. And look, I was trying to sound like a badass. Don't worry. You were a badass. They're so in love, and it was a fucking just bad dialogue and shit. So Soldier, he's like, hey, Manny, do you copy? And I'm doing a lookout. Then we hear, and there's tanks rolling. And oh boy, the WLF, these guys are packing. They're packing heat and military gear. They're marching. There's a fucking lot of them. You're like,
Game over, man. It's game over.
and that's the end of this episode. And I'm sorry, we are 22 minutes in. I'll probably wrap this up in a minute. How to feel about it. What's the good? What's the bad? I would just give it some props where Gabriel Luna, I did like the scene where he was mourning over his brother. Ellie and Bella Ramsey had a couple good scenes where she was crying and mourning Joel. That's impactful. But for Christ's sakes, guys, the biggest problem with this episode and the season going forward, and holy fuck, how are they going to get a season 3? Because there is so much fluff. It's just so much filler. Some of these scenes are 10-minute scenes, they're 5-minute scenes, and they're adding nothing to the fucking plot. They've been inserted from the game because if you want to go by a game canon, you probably got like 4 episodes more at best, and that's it. And this is the biggest problem with this story is that Joel is obviously gone. Abby already had her revenge. The only thing left from a narrative standpoint is Ellie and Dina going for revenge. And that's it. Just revenge.
Revenge.
I mean, what's going to be 5 more episodes of fucking filler and filler and filler? This is going to be a major problem. Yeah, I'm just I'm not at this point excited to see the next episode. I'll watch it, review it, be fair. Some decent acting and some decent wide shots, but goddamn, guys, it's just these episodes at this point do not need to be an hour long. It's a big fucking waste of time.
You're wasting my time.
I'm not going to rate it, but probably like a fucking 3 or 4 out of 10. It just, I don't know, guys. I want this show to be good because the game sucks. I'm hoping they can improve the storyline for the game because I can't stand the game.
It's awful.
I'll see you later. Cheers.